And now we have another air bridge, Operation Neon. So you had Operation Most, 1990 to 1992. Now we have Operation Neon with this war that has erupted and will go on for the foreseeable future. It is undoubtedly the case that Israel is preparing a ground offensive against Gaza.
Yes, indeed.
And they will take over that territory again. They held it up until 2005, so it's probably just going back to the old situation, so to say. Poland has already evacuated around 400 citizens or so. Polish military planes are flying shuttle traffic between Tel Aviv airport and Crete in Greece. Then from Crete they are taken back to Poland on regular planes, but these military transport planes are being used because they have the necessary military technology and equipment to detect any missiles flying towards the airport and other dangers that could arise in such a volatile situation.
Yes, and the C-130, and of course, so going to my favourite theme about the complete incompetence of the British Ministry of Defence, the C-130 is very good in these conditions because it has a very steep angle of approach and takeoff, which if you're worried about somebody aiming a missile at you, which of course is a very real threat, that's a very good plane to use, whereas the Airbus equivalent is different and is more akin to a normal plane, so it's much easier to hit with a missile.
Yes.
And I think those are what the Polish Air Force is using.
It is.
To carry people, as you say, to Crete, where they board the pictures I saw before coming into the studio, a normal lot aircraft.
Yes.
So they'll be getting their glass of water and their Principolo biscuit.
Exactly. We have 400 evacuated so far. Around 1,000 have signaled that they're interested in leaving. Poland has also voiced that they are prepared. There are many other citizens from countries from across the world that would like to leave Israel, but since commercial flights, many of them have completely stopped flying. Poland is also likely to take on citizens of other countries. So this operation is probably going to go on for another, well, probably up until October 15th or so. Maybe the next time we record our future episodes, we will be able to summarize the entire operation,
exactly.
As it is likely to be over by then.
Well, let's hope at least the immediate violence has been brought to an end on, because it's. It doesn't matter what your view is or who's right or who's wrong. The idea that families, normal folk, and their children will be trying to live a normal life and they're in danger of having bombs dropped on them by whoever, I think, from a basic humanitarian point of view, it is immensely distressing, and you can't help feeling completely and utterly unnecessary in the modern world.
It's true. The bombing campaign against Gaza is already right now unprecedented, and I believe it's just the start. It's an incredibly densely populated area. Hamas have over the years proved that they do shield themselves behind civilians. And right now, another big problem is that the population has nowhere to go.
Well, exactly. It seemed rather I wasn't quite sure how to assess it when the Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu said, "Oh, well, we're warning people in Gaza, you must leave your homes, we're going to bomb them." Well, the sad fact is that it's almost impossible to leave Gaza under any circumstances.
Leaving Gaza there are certain areas within Gaza itself that Israel has said that they can direct these civilians to, and they are going to strike Hamas targets in other parts of the city.
But even so,
absolutely.
It's a pretty tall order.
But what is worth mentioning here is that there is a border crossing to Egypt from Gaza,
which I gather the Egyptians have closed.
They have closed it. They let some through, but it's a minuscule of what they could let through. And it's worth noting that Egypt has almost 115 million inhabitants. Gaza has 2 million. Technically, they could take in tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of refugees without a problem. But Egypt refuses to do so, as they believe that they could be internal destabilization, that these migrants would create problems. So when it comes to the asylum-seeking issue and refugee issue, it's not just the Mediterranean Sea and Tunisia, Libya, Italy, but most parts of the Arab world are simply unwilling to take in Palestinian refugees, amplifying the problem.
Indeed, the country which has done the most actually is Jordan, of course, which is the country which actually has the fewer
Yes.
natural resources. It's rather bizarre, isn't it?
However, even they, in recent years, have tightened the screw on this migration. Previously, they did more. And of course, Jordan borders the West Bank, not Gaza. So still, these Palestinians in Gaza could not leave directly to Jordan.
But it is a very difficult. It's been a difficult situation for 50, 60, 70 years. And
since 1948,
yeah,
officially with
exactly.
Israel, between Jews and Arabs for, well, to be honest, since the creation of Islam, or even earlier. So,
Adam, I'm sorry, the clock in the corner of the studio is telling me that the time for this programme is over. So if we could pause it there, we'll pick it up next time. There we are, as usual, time has defeated us. But fear not, if you join us next time, as we hope you will, we will continue the story here on Poland Daily History.